man originally just wanted to catch a rabbit, but instead, he unexpectedly discovered an underground oil field. When he saw oil gushing out like a fountain, the man was stunned. Before he could even figure out what was going on, people from the oil company showed up at his door. They immediately offered $1 billion plus a luxurious villa to buy Jim's farm. This incredible fortune left Jim completely shocked, so he called his son back home right away. When his son heard the news, he was so excited that he forgot to hit the brakes while driving and crashed straight into the house's bathroom. Grandma was using the bathroom at the time. Luckily, she reacted quickly enough to dodge her grandson's reckless crash. That night, the whole family started dreaming about city life. To fulfill the wishes of his son and daughter, Jim signed the contract without hesitation, but Grandma didn't agree with their decision. So the next day, while the rest of the family eagerly packed up, Grandma sat in her chair with her shotgun. In order to bring Grandma along, they had to end up tying her up. Then, as their neighbors saw them off, the family set out toward the city. But they hadn't gone far before something unexpected happened. Grandma hit her head on a tree. Fortunately, Grandma was tough enough. Otherwise, she would have ended up in the hospital. Not long after, the family arrived in the city. Seeing the tall buildings and wide streets, everyone was beyond excited. Because their old car was so beaten up, they drove really slowly, which made the drivers behind them furious. One of the drivers even rushed over to yell at Jim's family and gave them a friendly gesture. Jim, being simple and genuine, thought this was how city folks welcomed newcomers. He was used to driving in the countryside and knew nothing about city traffic rules. On the freeway, they changed lanes at will, almost causing an accident. The driver of a black car was livid and began chasing them, cursing loudly. But Jim's family wasn't angry at all. They all just returned the gesture they just learned. To their surprise, the driver suddenly pulled out a gun, and Jim, thinking this was also some sort of city welcome, quickly took out his own hunting rifle. When the other driver saw that Jim wasn't to be messed with, he sped off without a trace. Jim's family finally arrived at their new villa. Seeing the luxurious decor, they were thrilled. But the housekeeper mistook them for thieves. She called the police. Then she went inside the house herself, hoping to stall for time until the police arrived. Before Jim could explain, the villa was surrounded by a swarm of police officers. Soon, the police fired tear gas into the house. Jim's daughter thought it was a game and kicked the tear gas canister right back outside. The police suddenly couldn't open their eyes. And just like that, the family ended up at the police station. When the police chief called out their names one by one, the bank manager actually fainted on the spot. Thankfully, the housekeeper produced a thick stack of cash, which brought the fainted bank manager back to his senses.